Okay, ceramic friends, I am back, and as you see, I have gone to the sink and washed my hands, so I'm starting out with fresh hands and continuing to kind of roll the clay in my hand. And this is going to be the start and basis of your pinch pot. So if you'd like to practice, then you'll begin to notice that the outside of the clay becomes a little bit shiny. I don't know if you can kind of pick that up, but that's telling us that it's more and more ready to be worked, or it's getting to the spot where it's actually beginning to dry. The elements, the air is drying it out from the outside. The inside is still very nice and squishy. Okay, perfect clay condition, which I love. And then you can practice making a pinch pot. Normally you'd have a bigger piece of clay and you would dive your thumb right into that middle, but because this is a smaller piece, I'm just going to use my little knuckle here. And as you see, it's still a little tacky, so it's kind of still pretty soft. But with this, I can start pinch potting. And basically, I'm just gently pressing my knuckle in and then going around. And of course, with nails, it gets a little tricky. So those of us with nails will have to do a little bit extra work, but no fear, it'll work. It'll work, but you're gently pressing. If I start pressing too hard, then I have a thin, misshapen thing that we have to start all over again. And again, when we wedge, we bring the clay up like a wave, cresting and pushing down. Up, push down, up, push it down. And this is eventually going to create kind of a spiral, which is perfect because that aligns that clay particle. Now, as for cleanup, you're going to have to make sure this is unacceptable. We do not ever leave our table in this condition. So in order to pick that up, we're going to have our sponge. We're going to have some water. I'm dipping sponge in the water. I'm squeezing it out. And then we're going to begin bringing that clay up. Now, I also have scrapers that are much easier, and I actually should have brought one over. But this is the proper way to make sure there is no clay on your table. You're literally going to pick up that clay, kind of press down. See the clay kind of ribbons up. That goes into the bucket. And we still have some cleanup to do. Got to make sure the dust, everything is gone, any little pieces. Okay, and once I have continually kind of squeezed out my sponge, wipe down my table, the best thing to do lastly is take dry paper towels, and that's going to get you the best possible outcome for cleaning your table. So every time that you are in ceramics at the end of the class, you are going to be responsible for your own workspace. You will have duties assigned. We all know that each person at the table one's going to collect tools, one's going to clean the tools, one's going to collect the clay, and so on and so forth. So everybody has a job, and remember to have your backup person in case you're absent, and then you'll be able to clean the tables no problem and leave it nice and new for the next person coming in, because there is nothing worse than walking in and seeing dried up clay or smudged messes or sludge all over the place. We do not want that ever. So I'll always give you plenty of time to start that cleanup process. And if you have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, you are free to start processing your clay.